Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and if your car's ever been in a bit of a fender bender, this one had hit a deer, you'll notice that sometimes it doesn't line up anymore on the edges here. And it's not the hood that's damaged, it's actually going to be the hinges that have been bent. So today what we're going to do is just replace the hinges on this and see if we can get this to line up any better. Okay, so as you look around on each end, you might see that the back is up. You know, it's all out of alignment here, and it's not, again, that the hood would crack before it would bend on this one. So anyway, that's what we'll be working on. Okay, so it helps to have a second person to do this if you want, but you can do it alone thanks to the hood prop. And so it's going to be as simple as removing these two 10mm nuts here, or these two 8mm bolts down here. And so just do them one side at a time. So we'll go ahead and remove those, and it'll drop this hinge down. You can remove these two, and we'll just pull it out and replace it. Okay, so we'll start with our 8mm here, and we'll probably use a wrench for that one down in there. Okay, so an 8mm wrench did work kind of down in there, but it's slow pickings. For the rear bolt on the hinge, it's a lot easier if you can just come through here and try to get a good shot on it with the hood down. Okay, so we need a 10mm deep socket here for these studs, or a wrench would do too. Just remove both of those two. Okay, so just let that bracket kind of fall there. Okay, now you can just pull the whole hinge assembly out and set it aside, and we'll just put the new one in its place. Okay, so our new hinge assembly's in, and we're putting the bolts in, and we're going to put them snug but not tight, because we still want to be able to adjust this a little bit. And then we'll lift this up, put the nuts back on there, and these ones we will go tight with. Okay, so we tighten this down over the existing area where you can see it used to be on the old car, and we'll use that as a starting point. And then those ones are tight, so we'll just go move and do that to the other side. Okay, so passenger side, we dropped this side down, and we're just going to remove this one as well. We took out the 8mm bolts here, and that one was a little harder to get to for some reason. Anyway, this one pulls out, but it still has the ground attached. So in this case, it's a 10mm right here that we're just going to take off. And this hinge definitely feels like it might be the bent one, because see, it doesn't close on itself easily. It takes a little pressure to actually open it. So anyway, we'll remove this 10mm bolt here and remove our ground. Here they are side by side. That does look a little different there, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's just slightly bent. The thing is, on these, sometimes you can't really tell just by looking. It does look a little closer there at the top compared to that one. Okay, reinstalled the ground. Okay, so with the base one still loose, you're going to want to set the hood down. And at first this was overhanging really bad, so you can kind of pull on it and get that to line up on each side before you tighten them back down. So this one, you can see there's a big gap here at this end, and it's overhanging on this side. So you're just going to hold on the hood and pull towards the way you need it to go until you line it up pretty much straight, and then tighten them down. Okay, now close the hood completely and move it till you have it where you want it, and then come around to the back on each side. Just pull this up and you'll tighten down the rear mount on each side. Well, now the lines look pretty straight on each side, and it's not so much higher on one side than the other, so I think that might have done the trick. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. As always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and please like the video if you enjoyed the content. Thanks, guys.